warmer months around the corner, it's not just humans who need to take a little extra health precautions and things, but our furry friends need it too.
And this is our best and furriest friend, my Morkie Mason, is here today to help. But also joining us is renowned veterinarian and my friend, Dr. Courtney Campbell, with everything we need to know about keeping our pets safe this summer. Courtney, yes. Dr. Campbell, welcome. You're going to walk us through kind of your big 3 tips.
Listen, at first I'm a little bit taken by Mason. He's all grown up now. Yeah. He's got like this grown-up vibe. He's got a great essence to him.
By his gorgeousness.
Look at him. Look at him. Oh, I love it. Well, listen, summer's obviously my favorite time of year because people come outside with their pets, but it's not all sun in the fun. And I'm so glad we're going to be able to talk about some things that are dangerous. First up to bat is sun exposure, right? So we've got this nice model here to talk about sun exposure. Dogs can get skin cancer too, right? It's tough to hear, but it's reality. In fact, shout out to one of my friends, Anja, who shared a story of her dog, Rufus, who's short-coated pit bull. He likes to sunbathe. He actually developed tumors on his skin from sunbathing. Tumors turned out to be benign, but not every dog is so lucky. So here are 3 things that pet parents can do at home to help mitigate the risk of sun. Number 1 is, as they say, an ounce of prevention, right? Yeah. Worth a pound of cure. So
these are cute, by the way.
These are really good clothes. So number 1, avoid peak times, 11 a.m., 3 p.m. If your dog sunbathes, stay out. Okay. Think about UV protective clothing, right? And then finally, sunscreen. And I know some pet parents are listening right now like,
doggy sunscreen, yes.
Doggy sunscreen, like I should be doing that? The answer is yes. Here are a couple of things to watch out for when it comes to sunscreen. Avoid sunscreen that has a ton of zinc in it. And avoid sunscreen that has something called salicylates. Okay. Both of those could be toxic for long-term exposure. And if you're in doubt, think about a sunscreen that's approved for infants. Okay. Titanium is very inert, so if you see titanium, usually in good shape.
Okay, but doggy sunscreen.
Doggy, veterinary approved sunscreen. By the way,
thanks to your advice, Mason does have a UV protector.
Nice, I love it.
Yeah, Here, what's this?
We've got things to help keep dogs cool.
I just want to hold a dog too.
Yes,
so can I hold this
even
one?
the doggles, right? Now, you know, the reality is, I remember seeing an English bulldog who was skateboarding on the boardwalk and overheated. So it's so critical. We're talking about things to help keep dogs cool. What I'd like to do right now, though, is let's talk to pet parents about what signs should you be looking for if you're worried that your dog's overheating. Number 1, if a dog just stops moving, right? He's participating in activity and then he just doesn't want to do it anymore. Excessive panting, brick red gums, vomiting, diarrhea, mucoid stool. These are all signs that are like, whoa, we are on a cascade towards heat stroke. So, number 1, how do you avoid heat stroke? Keep your dog hydrated, right? Water.
What about wetting down the fur?
Absolutely. I love this fan.
Don't worry, Mason.
The little fan misting keeps them cool. And if you're in a pinch, we have like this old school like DIY AC unit. Frozen water bottles, a crate, you put a fan out front, and so when the hot air rises, it hits the ice and sinks, and you kind of have an old school AC unit.
And Courtney, is it true that if you cool off their paws, their pads, that helps them stay cool?
Such a smart tip. If you are concerned...
I learned it from you.
Well, listen, I learned it from watching you. No, listen, if you're concerned your dog's overheating, water on the paws and on the neck, and a nice cooling fan is great.
Okay, now Mason, don't eat that tip.
Don't eat it. 7 out of every 10 patients I saw when I was practicing in Connecticut tested positive for Lyme. So let's talk about how to remove a tick.
Yes.
Here we have a nice model, right?
Look,
Number
Mason
1, let's debunk some myths really quick. Debunk some myths. Don't slather it with petroleum jelly. Don't use a match. Simply, and I'm going to use my hands here, but don't squeeze the tick. But use tweezers or a tick removal device. Get right at the base. And pull out, right? Just like that, right? Some people will say, well, what if I leave the head inside? The body will reject the head. It'll take care of the head of the tick. But just get as close as you can to the mouth parts. Again, don't use your hands. Use a tweezers or tick removal device and pull straight back.
And also interesting, poppy seed is the size of a deer tick, unengorged. Sesame seed, the size of a dog tick. All right, here, Mason.
Thank you so much for telling me that. I'll never eat sesame seeds. Thank you.
Dr. Courtney Campbell with the best tips, and Mason.
Yes.
Mason, you did great.
All right, and I'm going to take this little pup home with me.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.